Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to this video. If you're new here, I'm KJ, and I am a home gardener here in the Garden State of New Jersey, right where Zone 7A meets 7B. And right here, we're in my backyard, and I figured this would be a good time to give a garden tour because we've had so many rainy days lately, and as you can see, the sun is out. It is actually very hot. I have a lot of big things that I'm working on for 2025 that I'm excited about. I've got raised garden beds. I'm trying out some new vegetables. I've also tried out companion planting and using the square foot method. I still have one or two things that I want to plant still, but for the most part, it's all in the ground and I can't wait to show you what I have. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to show you is what I call tomato row. This is where I have all of my tomatoes. So the idea here is that I have all of my indeterminate tomatoes up here against the house. And every year I actually put tomatoes right here because it just grows really well. It gets great sun. I just have to make sure I stake them. So if you've noticed, I've got tomato cages, and I know tomato cages don't really work well. I kind of hate them, but I have them. I have them, and I try to make sure that I use what I have. So I put some tomato cages here, and they do help a little bit with keeping them upright. And I also have bamboo stakes. So there's some that are about 4 feet tall. There's some that are right here behind me. And as for the companion planting, I put peppers, basil, and I think that was it, just pepper and basil, different types of peppers and basil because they all work together. Peppers and tomatoes are part of the same family, so it sounds like that shouldn't be true, but it's true. So they have the same kind of growing habits, and the basil is supposed to be good with keeping away pests. So the pest management is a reason why I kept the basil in here. And I learned that it's actually supposed to taste better. So I guess your tomatoes or your basil is supposed to taste better when they're planted near each other. I'll be able to tell you about that in a few months. Let's come over here. Now off to the side of the house, this is another area where I've always grown in. Oh, wait, before we do that, let's just take a look at this. Is this sage? No, I think that's mullein. And this is lavender, looking nice and huge, saluting the sun. Here's the sage. Smells so good. It's always a treat to just smell the herbs in the garden, get that fresh scent. All right, so over here we have our cabbage patch. Honestly, it's really more of a cauliflower patch than a cabbage patch, but cabbage patch is just more fun, so that's what we're going to call it. This leaf is curling. It might need some water. This one is a cocoselle squash. It's an Italian zucchini that's supposed to be very, very good in flavor, nutty, and I actually have a lot of these planted around the garden, so you'll see that quite a bit. More cauliflower. Oh, and right here we have a little bit of asparagus, which I don't know. I just put it in here and we'll see what happens with it. I'm not even really sure if asparagus is a summer or a winter or fall type of crop, but I got it and I planted it. Now I really had to keep my eye on these because as you can see, something's getting to these. Oh, okay. This is a problem. And I'm sure you all have seen this before where you get these little white flies that are laying eggs right on the underside. Like, look at that. I'm going to have to come by with the hose and kind of spray these off. Any suggestions on how to get rid of these white flies that are most definitely laying eggs on my plant? Like, is this one of them? Look, and look right there. That's a worm. Look at that. You have to look so carefully at these things because they blend right in with the leaves and they will tear up your plants. And I think these are some more eggs. All right, for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna do all this right now, but I think we got some eggs laid in there. I'm definitely going to figure out what's going on with these. Look at the kale. Anything there? Look, there's another one. You have to look so close. They blend in with the leaf. You see that? Oh, so frustrated. And this one is just nearly decimated. Sheesh. I had to stop recording for a second, y'all, because even my phone, not my phone, my camera couldn't take it. My camera was giving me the warning signs like, it's too hot. But I do have some nice flowers. And I mentioned that there's a lot of new things for 2025. And planting flowers is one of them. This year, I'm going all out. We're going flowers, companion planting meant flowers and herbs, and just trying to see what plants work well next to each other. Really, I've just only gardened using the in-ground patches of space I had around the house. But this year I figured, I have a decent amount of backyard space, so why not do a raised bed garden? So we bought the beds. This garden is actually comprised of 8 6 feet by 3 feet garden beds. They're all 1 foot in depth. I ordered soil from a local landscaping company, and it was their premium blend, which was a topsoil and compost blend, topsoil and leaf compost blend. Okay, so this is a Dancing with Smurfs tomato. It is almost like purple, like a purplish green in color. Over here, another cherry tomato variety, but a determinate kind. This is a patio choice yellow. Looking forward to this, determinate, so it'll grow like a bush, won't spread out everywhere, but will give you plenty of cherry tomatoes, hopefully. Now the kale is having the same problem as the cabbage patch. It's getting decimated, and earlier today I probably pulled maybe like 4 of those cabbage worms off the plant. So another one that I gotta keep an eye on. Oregano. This cabbage right here is looking absolutely lovely. It's a red cabbage. And check out the cosmos. If you're looking for a pollinator plant, I've seen so many bees, even wasps too, come over to take a look at this flower, see what's going on. Here I have some winter thyme, and last night I just put down this cucumber. How's the garden hat look? I like it. It's sunny out here, so it's time to pull it out. Yeah, I just got these plants from Home Depot yesterday. It's about that time. It's late in the season to really get started gardening. So any seedlings that they have that are at your big box stores, start looking. If you're really late and you just want to see what happens, check out your big box stores because they might have some sales. Home Depot had plants 4 for $10. So I bought some cucumbers because in the middle of all this, I can't believe I planted all of this in the garden and forgot my cucumbers. So when I went to Home Depot and I saw they had cucumbers, I got some. I popped them in the ground right away. So right here in this second plot, I have cucumbers. So the bed's looking really good. One of the issues that I've had concerns about with the soil is that it might be too compacted just from the soil being so fine. But I learned from ChatGPT that you can add some compost, and I had mushroom compost, so I just sprinkled that around the base of my plants, like just right around the base of the stem. And that's going to invite beneficial fungi into the soil, beneficial bacteria that will work its way into the soil and help with aeration. So when you look around and you see my plants have this like dark mound around it, that's all mushroom compost that I have surrounding the base of my plants. I have Turkish beets right here. It's only 2 of them. I did have 4, but 2 of them just, you know. Over here I have a Rutgers tomato, my alma mater. And over here I have cowpeas. Now cowpeas are basically just black-eyed peas, but they're purple and they grow in a really long pod. So if we get a trellis, which is the game plan, we will be able to have those long purple pods hanging from the trellis and just looking absolutely stunning. So I'm looking forward to that. Y'all, this sun won't let me be great. I had to go back inside again because my camera overheated again. So let me try to get through this quick because we're only like halfway up one side of the garden. This right here is my my beans. Like I have some green beans over there. In this square, I have some purple beans, some royal, I think they're called royal burgundy. Down here, I have some carrots, and they're looking quite nice. Now I did thin these out a little bit, but I'll probably have to go out and thin out a few more. Here we can see some more lettuce, which I did not thin out. I have a white eggplant here, another habanero. Check out the edamame. But look, we have some growth, some pods showing up. You can see some more right here. Very fuzzy. Over here we have another eggplant, some basil, Thai basil, and I think this one's like a Genovese basil, some kind of Italian basil. Rutgers tomato, carrots. I think this is a Cubanelle pepper. It could actually be a golden bell. I really don't know. It's a mystery pepper, but it is a pepper. This one is a Cubanelle. We have some beets down here. Pretty stems. Now I did put some onions here, but you can tell nothing came up. So I might just figure out something else to put in this square. Over here I have some bunching onions that sprouted. Over here on the far end we have some red cabbage, sage, some green beans, some misplaced lettuce seeds sprouted, but I'm going to let them go. Radishes, which are starting to come up. Yeah, look at these radishes. So that takes care of this side of the garden. Now over here, corn. And this was my take on the Three Sisters method. The Three Sisters method involves planting corn, squash, and beans. Now I don't have beans, but I do have peas, and I feel like that's close enough. So these are my snow peas again. And that way when they grow, they can wrap around or trellis up the corn. And the squash is my cocoa zell squash, which I have one here and another one over here. And they just provide some ground cover and can benefit from the nitrogen in the soil from the beans or the peas. Now over here, this is a melon bed. We have watermelon. I think this is a Moon and Stars watermelon right here. Then we have a crimson sweet, sugar baby, and cantaloupe. Down here we have a winter buttercup squash. It's vining, and I'm going to just let the vine drop over this garden bed and spread out because it's not like it's going to be on top of soil. So I'll let it be on top of the grass. We have a Clemson, I think it's called like a Clemson spineless. This is okra. We have a Castelluto Genovese, another Sunny Boy, and a yellow brandywine. All indeterminate tomatoes. So I'm not sure if I'm just going to let these vine out and spill over the side of the bed or if I will try to trellis them somehow. They're back here because I didn't want them to die. So I don't have huge hopes for these. I just figure whatever I get out of them is just, extra. We did have another Mexican gherkin here, but something ate it. Another Rutgers tomato. Habanero. Cubanelle? Maybe jalapeno? I'm gonna guess Cubanelle. Another beautiful set of flowers. Red cabbage. This is my largest cocoa zell squash. You can see the big squash flowers already on there. Chamomile. This chamomile has gotten so big, and I'm not really sure what you do with it, but I can tell you that I love chamomile tea. I also love chamomile lavender tea, and I have the two planted right next to each other. So this lavender is so beautiful, so vivid, and I just love. I don't know what you call these. Are they flower heads? I don't know. That sounds right, but I could be totally wrong. But it smells good, and just right next to the lavender, right next to the chamomile, I just want to harvest both of them and make a fresh, steeping hot cup of tea. But not today, it's hot. Cucumber. Oh, this is a super sweet 100. This is supposed to be a very tasty, very sweet cherry tomato. I've never grown these before, but I'm looking forward to them. And you might not have noticed, but the way we have these organized is that everything in this row, like closest to the edge, like remember we're using square foot planting. So this is a square foot, this is a square foot, this is a square foot, all the way down the row. And everything that we've planted along this edge is a vining vegetable. Indeterminate tomatoes are vining, cucumbers are vining. We have some seeds planted here for some cowpeas. Those are vining. We put everything that vines in this inner edge. And same thing over here with this side. Everything in that edge on this side, all are vining crops. Now, why are they vining crops? Well, the garden isn't complete yet. We intend on putting in a cattle panel trellis. So right behind me, you see the aisle that we carved in the middle of the garden. So we want to put some posts down here, and then just attach the cattle panel trellis to arch right over this aisle. And that way, everything that vines on this edge and everything that vines on this edge can just climb up and make it like a really beautiful archway of delicious food. Thanks for letting me show you my garden today. It's been a pleasure and such a treat. It really looks so beautiful. The sun is out. I feel good, but I'm also really hot. So it's time for me to get my butt in there. So give the video a like and a subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.